Hi guys, Maikeru here. This is Sir Camelock, my Xtreme one chunk ironman. About 9 months ago now, I made a chunk roll resulting in me unlocking Sir's village. This roll came with a few amazing unlocks, my favourite being the rooftop course to help solve future agility training when I unlock the skill from a shortcut or something of that nature. But unfortunately, alongside these good things, the chunk roll also came with an anvil which unlocked smithing. This skill is most chunkers' nightmare due to the way this skill needs 99 just for a rune plate body, level 40 armor by the way, and I have access to rune bars from implants. This then needs me to make the highest possible thing with my rune bars, but as I don't have a furnace in my chunks, I needed to get bars for smithing from superheating, which led me to my current most brutal grind ever on this account. I have spent the majority of the last year working on superheating and smithing iron all the way to 99 smithing, which is actually my fastest method, believe it or not. 1,500 hours of picking the lock to this chest and opening it every 15 seconds just to get one nature rune, needing a total of over 300,000. Just to then use those nature runes to superheat iron ore in the Ardy mine to get bars to smith into iron plate bodies for 99 smithing on the anvil I unlocked back at Sir's village. This chunk has definitely tested my patience, but I chose to be an extreme chunk man and I chose to follow Limpwart's rule set, so I will not let this chunk win and I definitely will conquer it. So without further ado, let's get into the video, shall we? Starting today's video off with a Jekyll random. I'm holding a bunch of Torstals on me whenever I'm doing the nature chest from here on out, and I'm going to be giving them all. Let's see how many stamina pots we can get up to, I guess. 88 thieving coming in at 6k experience an hour. That's a pretty big level. I think I'll end at like nearly 98 by the end of this, which really shows how much I have to do this chest. I currently have 138 days played, and I think I might stay at the chest all the way until I get 300,000 nature runes, which is nearly enough needed for 99 smithing. Let's get the chest out the way first because that's the most annoying part, right? 90 hours later, we are 89 thieving for one level. I was kinda debating whether to just find a way out of this, so I asked my friends what they thought of this grind.
1,500 hours of the nature rune chest. Wow, I only did 300 hours. Finally someone making worse life choices than me. I'm proud of you, King.
Yeah, I'll be honest, Maikeru. The thought of clicking the same chest for 1,500 hours makes me feel physically sick. So read into that what you will.
I don't know, man. I feel like there are easier ways to escape your problems, like drinking. Like you could drink instead.
1,500 hours? Are you mental?
What else do you want me to say other than you're insane? Respectable, but insane nonetheless.
Hey there, Maikeru. This is your government-mandated mental health care worker. I've been trying to reach you recently, but you haven't been answering my calls. Your parents and I are starting to get really worried that we haven't heard from you, so just know that you are loved and we are here for you. Yeah, give us a call when you get this.
You know what? I'm sick of these extremes going on about their 1,500 hour grinds. Try doing 5,000 hours. Huh? 5,000. Try that.
And with what every one of those people said, I took it on board and I decided, I'm an extreme one chunk ironman. I'm doing this grind, even if it's just stupid. I chose this game mode. I'm not making any exceptions. Let's get it, shall we? With this genie lamp, I have nearly a full inventory of lamps, so let's redeem them all into Slayer. I'm 31 at the moment. Let's see what level this gets me. 35 Slayer with the last lamp and pretty close to 36 as well. Quite a big level incoming here. 90 thieving. Wow. I'm also 1,600 total level and over 100 million total experience, so kind of a cool milestone for sure. With this next loot of the chest, that marks a green stack of nature runes for the first ever time on this account. 100,000! That's a third of the way there. That is literally 450 hours. For 100k nats, man, what am I doing? We are up to 39 stamina pots now, though. That's really coming along. That's awesome. 92 thieving. I skipped 91 because I don't want to bore you guys too much, right? It's really funny how Lamping Slayer is giving me more levels than actually looting this chest constantly. There's 45 Slayer. 93 thieving and 142k nats. That's nearly halfway to what I need. I'm really tired of clicking this chest, so it's probably overdue, but it's time to get a foot pedal. The foot pedal is super simple. I just step on it and it left clicks for me. Still illegal as it's a one-to-one action. My dog is also super intrigued by it, so you get some free doggo content as well. Then of course it's plugged into a laptop so I can hands-free loot the chest like you can see here. That allows me to work on other things at the same time on my PC, things such as the main account series I made that is now endgame from playing it at the same time as this chest grind. I also run an eBay trading card store, so it's helped me be able to get a lot done there as well. Definitely love the foot pedal and I should have invested in it way sooner. I'm going to be looting this chest for about 800 more hours with the foot pedal, but don't worry, I am keeping the insanely long grind healthy by going to the gym and walking every day, not to mention drinking my daily dose of AG1 that you can see next to my laptop. What's AG1, you may be asking? Well, that is today's video's sponsor. AG1 is a daily health drink that combines your vitamins, pre and probiotics, superfoods, and antioxidants into one simple green scoop which you can shake up and drink. It's one of the easiest things you can do to support your body every single day. I've started taking more care of my health over the last year, and I've noticed drinking AG1 in the mornings, it really does make me feel more energized throughout the day and my gym sessions, etc. It also supports my gut health and digestion. Let's just say it's definitely helped me get pleasant releases in the bathroom, if you catch my drift. It's now the holiday season and we all know too well how easily diets can be thrown off by this, but at least me taking AG1, it will help me fill in common nutrient gaps. With more vitamins and minerals than ever before, helping balance out my less adequate diet over the next couple of weeks will be quite nice. AG1 now comes in original, citrus, berry and tropical flavors. Tropical is my personal go-to. If you head to the link in the description and first subscribe to AG1, you'll get an AG1 welcome kit as you can see on screen here. You'll also get a bottle of vitamin D3 plus K2, a morning person hat, and you'll get to try each new flavor of AG1 and their new sleep supplement, AGZ. That's $126 in free gifts for new subscribers, which is a pretty awesome deal if you ask me. Thank you so much to AG1 for sponsoring, and let's get back to the video, shall we? Here is a nice potato recording of me getting 50 Slayer. No idea why it was so potato, but yeah, cool. Moving on. Man, it feels like ages ago where I logged into this account on my PC and not just on the laptop foot pedaling. We are at 302,000 nature runes. I will need a few more, I think, but I can just foot pedal that when AFKing just whenever. And I have nearly 1 million gold just from this chest, and this chest gives free GP a pickpocket. That's so funny. I'm very excited to finally get to playing this game properly again on this account and get some chunk tasks complete, shall we? As it's been a while since the last episode, I just wanted to quickly just summarize our current chunk tasks. I need to get 90 mining to mine a size 9 crash star. That will happen just for going for 99 smithing. And then I have a bunch of smithing tasks. I can get a best in slot axe, which is a rune axe. I currently only have an ardy one, so that'll be a nice upgrade if I need to do any woodcutting in the future, and that requires 86 smithing. At 87 smithing, I then get my best in slot prayer bonus for my main hand, which is a rune mace. At 91 smithing, I can make a best in slot crossbow, which is insane. A rune crossbow is going to be so helpful for potential future roles, especially stuff like the volcano, where I can kill Jad with ruby and diamond bolts and all that jazz. That will help tremendously. It's also a diary task to make a rune crossbow in Witch Haven or Yanil. It's not on my chunk picker, but I think making it from scratch in Witch Haven should count for that diary task as well, so that's 2 birds 1 stone. Then the massive one of 99 smithing for a rune plate body. I do already have like the rune full helm, the rune chain body, the rune plate legs, all that stuff from either implins, clues, or whatever. So I've already got that covered, but I need to smith a rune plate body because obviously it's the highest level task that I can do now that I've unlocked smithing. And I have a rune bar to process in the bank. Then finally, last but certainly not least, I need to partially complete Merlin's Crystal. I unlocked a little bit more of the quest with this role, so I guess let's go crack out that Merlin's Crystal partial completion, because I need to get some type of dopamine after this long chest grind, and what better way to do that than ticking off a chunk task. I grabbed the insect repellent from Catherby and a bucket, quickly went over to the beehive and got a bucket of wax, because my last step for the quest now is to make a black candle. I do need to do some other things before that though, but I've got my wax ready. As you can see, with Sears not unlocked, there was one square away from me being able to go upstairs. Going upstairs continues the quest, so unlocking Sears continued the quest by allowing me the upstairs portion to go speak to Sir Lancelot. Sir Lancelot then talks about Morgan Le Fay's stronghold, the classic hide in the crate and wait, get dropped off, kill good old Morgan, his mum cries, doesn't want her son to die. You get to know the information that you want about Excalibur, and then you head back. Now the good old candle salesman will make my black candle with a full bucket of wax. There it is. This is as far as I can go because the next part requires me to go to the Lady of the Lake in Tavali, but there is a chunk task complete. Oh, that feels good to say. I honestly never thought I would say this, but it actually feels good to be mining again. Mining is a pretty chill skill for me. I actually don't mind mining, but it's just so nice to be able to actively play my Chunkman again after it being in the background for so many months. It's been 6 months since my last video, man. So many people keep asking me, have I quit my Chunkman? And it's like, when are you going to make another video? It's like, well, I can't make a video on literally clicking the same chest 300,000 times for the exact same loot, right? That's literally a couple of minutes of footage for a over 1,500 hour grind. It's kind of crazy when you put it into perspective, right? That's why I was working on my main account and stuff like that, so I could at least provide some type of content before I got back on this account. But now that I'm back on this account, the videos will be way more common again. I'm hoping to finally chunk roll at the end of January maybe, and here's to mining and smithing, I guess. The first level of many. Now we're back to it. There's 91 magic. I will get 99 by the end of this grind. 77, 78, and 80 mining. These levels are actually kind of flying in. I'm getting around 20k experience an hour in mining. Obviously banking takes down that mining XP a decent amount, but 20k is not terrible. There is 95 magic, 84 mining, and 79 smithing. Over 50k iron bars stacked up in my bank. I'll probably wait until it's a white stack, so 100k plus, before I start smithing them, just for the fun of it. There's no particular reason for me to do that, I just want to, you know? Setting yourself little goals within the big goals to keep you sane on a chunk, man. 85 mining. Oh, lovely. I don't think I'll quite get 99 at the end of this grind. I might be like 98. 80 smithing, and I haven't even smithed any of my bars yet. I think I've got like 86 smithing banked already, which is really zooming. Now that I'm not stuck at the nature rune chest, the gains are coming thick and fast. It's about 600 to 650 bars an hour, so 150 hours for the good old 100k that I want. This video, in terms of gains, took the longest I've ever had for one specific video. Taking over 2,000 hours of in-game playtime just to make this one episode. Surely that deserves a subscription. If you're not subscribed, I would very much appreciate it. This is probably the biggest amount of herbs I've ever got from one patch. That's 14 Harrowlanders, and then my previous harvest was 9. So that's 23 Harrowlanders just from my 2 patches. That's pretty good. I'm quite fortunate that I have 2 farming patches, so I'm going to farm these as much as I can. I'm quite close to unlocking herb laws, so if I can stock up a ton of herbs, that'd be really beneficial. I did a maze random, and as you can see on the floor here, there's 94 coal. I'm going to use the coal from the maze randoms for addy bars every time, I think, because addy bolts are pretty cool. There are my first ever addy bars made. There it goes in the bank with all the other bars. Lovely. I gave some tick manipulation coal a try. I can't do 2 tick because I do need to do it with 3 ticks as I open up an interface with my log. I don't have like a mahogany log to do it without an interface. But even doing 3 tick is still way better than the traditional mining. Getting the double roll is very big, especially on coal rocks that don't have the best success chance. I think I'll come back to it when I'm like 96 or 97 mining towards the dead end of the goal. The more mining levels I have, the better it'll be, right? And it doesn't matter whether I do it now or at the end. I need 99 smithing, so I might as well do it when I have a higher mining level. My success chance at the moment at 85 is about 40%, and by the time I'm in the high 90s, it will be over 45%, so that helps a ton. That's over 10% more chance of succeeding, plus the double roll means that I'm going to be succeeding most of the time. At the moment, I'm still failing a fair amount. But overall, it's not too terrible to do the 3 tick mining. I kind of find it fun. I'll probably do this for maybe like 5,000 addy bars towards the end of the grind. It's not better experience than iron, it's still worse, but those addy bolts can be made into ruby and diamonds, and that would be so awesome for future rolls and like higher end content. I can have those ready and stocked up to save me come back to mining in the future, right? I can get it done now. And also all of the maze randoms and the coals from that will go towards it as well. With this lamp into Slayer, that is level 53 now. When I get from Manic Slayer dungeon, I'll actually be able to kill a few of the monsters. With this lot of super compost, there is a max stack in the leprechaun. 1,000 super compost. I don't know why, but that just makes me very happy. Okay, so sailing has been added to the game a couple of weeks early. It's not actually out yet at the time of this recording, but they've done a bunch of changes to the sea and docks. They added a bank deposit box at the charter member right here in Catherby. So in my chunk, I can now trade these crew members, get soda ash and sand, and deposit it right next to them. I don't have to run back and forth from the bank, and this cuts out so much time of this for my future potential crafting grind. If I roll a furnace before I roll a tanner, this will be my crafting method. I think now with this deposit box, it's actually faster than gem stores and hopping for those, whereas before it was slower. I will have to do proper calculations, but this is really promising for my chunk man, and sailing has changed my chunk man just by this, even if I can't actually access this skill because I don't have Port Sarim. It's crazy the amount of things that change with a new skill that you don't even think about. They added sailing to like the lamp menu, so now the lamp menu looks different. 70k iron bars now, 30k to go before I start smithing some. Now that I'm back to actively playing, we're keeping up our farm runs and doing all of the herbs we can, and that is 84 farming coming in. 96 magic right there. I don't think I'll get 99 by the end of this video, but I'll definitely have it for next video. I had a full inventory on my last mine. I got a clue geode and they look so funky on the floor. I didn't even know you could drop them, but these things are massive. That is a big boy clue geode. If you compare it to the iron bar, like it's way bigger. It's kind of interesting that you can pick it up and drop it. That's cool. I actually never knew that. 87 mining. Quiz Master Random, surely it's going to reward me with a Staubaguette. A flyer. Okay. 88 mining there. 2 more levels until I can do the big boy crash star. 97 magic. This is the hardest level as always, right? It's the longest level that isn't 99, so it's the worst level, 97 to 98 for sure. Although this is kind of passive, so I guess it's irrelevant for magic. No way, I'm level 1 sailing? That's actually kind of cool that it popped up for everyone on release of sailing. I like that, that's really neat. I am indeed 1 sailing, and I'll be staying 1 sailing for a long time, I think, on this account. I don't think I'll have Port Sarim anytime soon. Let alone all of the other chunks I'll have to roll. 82 smithing without using any of my bars yet. Lovely. Depositing these bars, it's now a white stack of iron bars in the bank, 100k. That means we can now start smithing, I guess. Make 88 smithing to match the 88 mining. Sounds good to me. In my testing, I was getting around 40k experience an hour making iron plate bodies because of having to walk and obviously not always being able to run back and forth from the anvil to the bank. That's still a decent experience an hour. That's twice as much XP as I get in mining, so I'll definitely take it. It means this portion goes pretty fast. I think it's like 300 hours of smithing to get to 99, so the smithing goes fast. It's honestly just the nature rune chest. 1,500, in reality, I wasn't 100% efficient. It was like 1,600 hours just for the nature runes was killer. It's about 600 hours for the mining, 300 hours for the smithing, right? So it only gets faster and faster each increment. So it's fun, man. I'm having a great time now. 83, 84, 85 smithing. That unlocks runite ore and rune daggers. Next level is rune axes though. Before I continue smithing, I've actually kind of used most of my good herbs seeds up. I do have 11 torstals left, but I kind of want to save those ones. I've got Marantil, but getting the horns is horrible. Taramin, I don't mind, but, you know, I'd rather be using my limpworts on qualms, if possible, because those super strengths are way more beneficial to my account to make. But either way, I have Master Farmers unlocked in my chunks, so let's go do some of those, shall we? Master Farmers seem to be about 80k experience an hour for me at 98 thieving, which is honestly pretty damn good. Especially considering the chest was 6k an hour, that's a big upgrade. That's, you know, 15 times faster. That's pretty good. I think I'll probably end up getting 99 thieving on these just because I'm already so close and I'm going to need a lot of herb seeds if I'm continuously doing farm runs every hour and 20 minutes. I'm getting through probably about 16 herb seeds a day. So let's see how many herb seeds I get from an hour of Master Farmers to see how much it stocks me up for. An hour of Master Farmers was actually really good. We can discount the Marantils for sure. The Taramins aren't too bad because we're getting Limpwort seeds. So the Taramins are okay. If we're going to get a bunch of Limpworts from the Master Farmers, we'll be able to make those potions, right? So in total, in terms of usable seeds that are actually beneficial to the account outside the Marantils, we have 61 good herb seeds here. So that's like 4 days worth of planting for me. 1 hour of Master Farmers every 4 days, I'm alright with that. That is actually really, really awesome. Little bit of snake grass in there for good measure too. Yeah, nice. Back to smithing now, and there is 86 I unlocked rune axes. Let's go make that bad boy, shall we? My first rune item ever made, there is a rune axe. Another chunk task complete with a best in slot axe usable. I did a lot of chopping with an addy axe and it served me well, but now we have a rune axe for the future. Down to 50k bars halfway through smithing them. This grind is obviously taking me a long time, but the amount of good levels and good stuff I'm getting from it, it's actually been really nice. 87 smithing coming in as well. That is rune maces unlocked. And now another chunk task coming in. Yeah. The dopamine, when this is made, that is another chunk task complete. Best in slot, prayer bonus, main hand weapon, rune mace, +4 prayer. Putting this lamp into Slayer, level 54 coming in. Sheesh, just from lamps. 88 smithing, I can now smith addy plate bodies and rune med helms. The rune med helm's kinda cool. I probably want to make one of those just for funsies. And my mining and smithing are now both level 88. I'll probably continue to keep them even for the future. Instead of stacking up another 100k bars, I'll just alternate between the two. Smithing's a bit more AFK, so I'll do that when I need to be a bit more AFK. Rune med helm made, not a chunk task or anything, but just wanted to make it for the sake of it, because I can. And I look very, very good now, right? Surely. It's definitely an iconic item. I'm in a mime random, and my character must be shy or something, because I'm facing away from the audience. That's the first ever time I've had this random event where I'm literally just facing the opposite way. That's kind of funny. Didn't want to look at the audience, I guess. Damn, another insane yield of herbs here. I gained 15 in one herb patch, which is the most ever. And that's 27 for 2 patches as well, which is nuts. I don't have any boost, and I only have super compost instead of ultra compost, no secateurs, nothing like that. That's crazy. Level 89 mining. Thank you, Master Farmers. That one patch of snape grass got me 43. That is 43 prayer pots in the future. Random dragon implin was just running around near where I'm mining, so I figured I'd catch it and get something good, right? Ooh, dragon dart tips. That's actually pretty good. I'll definitely take those. Back to mining we go. 89 smithing coming in, keeping the mining and smithing even. Lovely. This is a big one. 98 magic. Oh, I'm so close now. It's about 32k experience an hour in magic, alongside that 20k in mining and like 8k smithing. So it's like a total of 60k experience an hour. I've been doing like 10-hour days because I'm really enjoying the account right now. So 60k an hour, that means I'm getting 600k experience a day across all my 3 different skills by doing this superheat mining method. And that really adds up. It just feels good to get levels. Finally, probably the last level in this video. Level 90 mining. I didn't want to release this video until I got a massive chunk task done. I obviously could have classed like the rune mace, the rune axe, stuff like that as a massive chunk task, right? But this one's even bigger. I can now mine size 9 stars. Managed to find a size 9 star while doing some smithing and periodically checking the star miners website. So let's see how long it takes us to get some stardust. There is some stardust. That means the chunk task is completed. Mine a size 9 crash star. Oh, do you know what that means? That means the only chunk task we have left is 99 smithing to smith a rune plate body. Everything else has been ticked off in this episode. And this episode has been nearly 100 days played, which is insanity. My account was only like 130 days played, so I've done nearly double the account's playtime in one video, like one episode for the series. I don't think I've ever done anything like that ever before, so yeah. If that doesn't show that I'm dedicated to the chunking life and the extreme game mode, then I don't know what will, man. Hopefully you guys did enjoy though, so it's time for the end of video summary, shall we? As you can see on screen, it took me about 2,000 hours for this episode, and I gained 73 levels in a bunch of different skills, mostly mining and smithing, and Slayer from those lamps. The magic was pretty considerable as well, because it's high levels, right? My chunk tasks I completed are on the left, and the ones I still need to do are on the right. So it's just 99 smithing needed, and at 91 I can also make the crossbow. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you wanted to go the extra step for as little as £1, you can join my members of the channel down below. On the screen here are the members, and thank you so much for being part of my channel for such a long time and supporting me, especially the God tier members Super Cow, Dark World Order, Yellow Raven, and Me Eat Book. Big thank you to the big supporters and normal supporters as well, of course. It won't be 6 months till the next episode. I'm aiming to get it out in January, so I'll see you all then, and have a lovely morning, night, evening, whatever it is for you, and I'll catch you next time.